Hey, what's going on, guys? It's K-Dogs Kim coming at you on YouTube with my NFL playoff divisional round picks last week. Had a couple upsets last week. Afraid there might be one this week, maybe two, but I'm going to go with my gut on these, and we're going to talk about that here in just a bit. Last week we went 3-3, bringing our season total to 173, 102, and 1. Good thing about that is there can't be a tie in the playoffs, so that's a good thing. So, only 4 games on the docket this week. Obviously, we are down to the final 8 teams in the NFL playoffs. We're going to kick things off with Saturday. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the number 1 seeded Tennessee Titans. Hey, Bengals have nothing to be ashamed about. Bengals played a game. There's a lot of controversy about the officiating. The Bengals won by a touchdown, but one of the plays that the officiating crew did should have negated a Bengals touchdown. I don't know too much about that. All I know is Cincinnati got their first playoff win in 31 years, man, since 1991. Impressive. But as much as I like Joe Burrow, as much as I like Jamar Chase, as much as I like that young Cincinnati team, Tennessee coming off of a bye, they're getting Derrick Henry back for their playoff run. They're getting healthier. That's a concern for me. So as much as I hate to say, I think Tennessee moves on. I got the Titans winning. Cinderella stops dancing in this game. I got the Titans going on to the AFC Championship game. The other Saturday game is a game that I have talked about really till I'm blue in the face. It is the San Francisco 49ers taking on the number 1 seeded Green Bay Packers. Anyone who has watched this series unfold over the course of the year knows I am a Green Bay Packers fan. I know where we lack. I know our run defense is piss poor. I know the 49ers are a very aggressive football team when it comes to the run. I also know that Green Bay beat San Francisco in the regular season, minus the 49ers not having Deebo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell, George Kittle. I get all that. And those of you who are picking San Francisco, I'm not shying away from that. I get why you're picking San Francisco. But as a Packers fan, I cannot bring myself to do that. I've got to take Green Bay. I've got to ride with my team until they're not in it anymore. That's just the way it is. There's Packer fans doubting us. I get it. I know our defense sucks. I know our defense is poor. But the key element in this game, yes, it's at Lambeau. Yes, it's going to be cold. Green Bay went 13-4 with a lot of their defensive starters out. The Packers are getting Zadarius Smith back. They're getting Jair Alexander back. That coupled with Eric Stokes, Kenny Clark, Rasul Douglas. Not saying it's going to be a walk in the park. I think Green Bay wins. They're going to squeak by. But I cannot go against my Packers. Not this late in the season. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Those that are picking San Francisco, I get it. Like I said, I understand why you're picking San Francisco. San Francisco wasn't supposed to beat Dallas, but they did. Could very easily do it in Green Bay. I just can't pick them. I can't pick them. I just can't. Moving on to Sunday. We have the LA Rams taking on the defending champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I want LA to win. I do. But I just think the marquee NFC Championship game is Green Bay, Tampa Bay, a rematch of last year. That's why reluctantly I'm going with the Buccaneers. I'm taking the Bucs, not by much, maybe a field goal. With that being said, yeah, like I said, I got Tampa Bay winning. Tampa Bay's at home. I know the Rams and Bucs played in the regular season, and the Rams put a beating on them. They put a beating on the Arizona Cardinals last night, decisively. Tom Brady's no Kyler Murray, though. I want in my heart, I want the Rams to win. That would set up a Rams-Packers NFC title game. But I think the money, that's my cat meowing. The money-making match is going to be Green Bay and Tampa Bay. That's why I'm picking that for my NFC title game. Last but not least, we have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams impressive. Kansas City hung 42 on Pittsburgh. Not that that's a surprise. Buffalo hung 47 on New England. That was a surprise. Not so much that Buffalo won, but beat the Patriots as handily as they did. When the playoffs started, my Super Bowl 56 matchup was Kansas City versus Green Bay. Right now, I'm not deviating from that. I'm taking Kansas City, and and I think all four of these games, rather, are going to be nail biters. I think all four of these games are going to come down to potentially the final possession of the game. That's what's going to separate every single one of these games. But yeah, I got Kansas City. So I got Cincinnati, I have Tennessee over Cincinnati, Green Bay over San Francisco, Tampa Bay over the Rams, and I have the Chiefs over the Bills. Like I said, these are my picks, guys. These are my picks, and everybody in the world is entitled to their own picks. Speaking of picks, Boston Sports Report's in the house. I'm so sorry. Usually I shout them out right at the very beginning. Boston Sports Report, check those guys out. They've been supporters of mine for the last several weeks, and love them to death. Does great work. He's actually got his picks. Yeah, he's got San Francisco over Green Bay, and I get it. Those that are picking San Francisco over Green Bay, I understand why you're doing that, and that's fine. I have nothing against that. I'm not 100% convinced we're going to win. I want us to, but, like I said, it's for going back to the Niners-Packers game, this year is boom or bust for Aaron Rodgers. I think if the Packers can get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, Aaron stays. Anything less, Aaron's going bye-bye. Aaron's a free agent after this year. The whole melodrama that he started in the offseason, they basically worked it out to where, hey, this is your last year under contract, and you can do whatever you want next year. Like I said, Super Bowl or bust. That's what this season comes down to for Green Bay. Their defense is leaky, especially against the run. The Niners are a heavy run team. That's just the fact of the matter. Deebo Samuel, is he better than Devontae Adams? I don't think so. He's on par with Devontae Adams. But like I said, I've got to work Saturday night, so that's going to suck. I'm going to miss that game. But hey, what's up, Niner gang? Aaron would have to do something he never has, and that's a very compelling stat as well. Aaron Rodgers is 0-3 against the 49ers. I have nothing but respect for San Francisco. I commend everybody who wrote San Francisco off at the early start of the season. And the Niners, in their last 10 games, they're 8-2. They beat the Cowboys when they weren't supposed to beat the Cowboys. The Niners are legit. I have nothing but respect for San Francisco. I will have nothing but respect for San Francisco if they go into Lambeau and beat Green Bay. But like I said, as a Packers fan, I can't go against them in the playoffs. I have to go with them. I mean, what kind of fan would I be if I'm not? I've seen both sides of the ball. I've seen Green Bay fans doubt Green Bay. I've seen San Francisco fans doubt San Francisco. It'll be a great game. Like I said, I'm actually going to be recording it because, like I said, I have to work. But anyhow, guys, there are my picks. As I said, Tennessee over Cincinnati, Green Bay over San Francisco, Tampa Bay over the Rams, and the Chiefs over the Bills. Again, all four games I think are going to come down to the final possession. We got four great divisional round matchups. Very interesting to see what the conference title games are going to be. So that being said, guys, I am going to hop off here. I got to go get ready for work. So next week's video will be even shorter because we only have two games. And then obviously I'm not going to do anything with the Pro Bowl. I think the Pro Bowl is a freaking joke. So next week we'll be back up with conference title games. And then 2 weeks later, we will be up for the Super Bowl, and we'll talk in depth about the Super Bowl. So that being said, guys, love you to death. I'm going to hop off here and head to work. So you guys have a great day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.